Quick ball. Dang it, I wasn't fast enough. I need the quick ball, at least one, and I need some, what are the best balls for, catching that stupid Pokemon, by the way? Well, cause like Kyogre, you have like net balls that you can use, but, Fall Arbor Pokemon. You could have given me a million tries and I probably wouldn't have... I would have eventually guessed Fall Arbor, but that wouldn't... not have been that, like, popping into my mind. So I never would have guessed. But I don't really know what the best ball is to use. Because, I mean, I could use, like, timer balls as well. Because I want the Master Ball, the other prick. Because there's no way I'm gonna do that one correctly. At least with, like, Rayquaza, I can, like, reset in order to try again. Nope, wrong one. But, like, with Rayquaza, I can reset because you're forced to catch that idiot. Technically, it's nighttime, so this might work, too. There you go, got a bunch of balls. I do still have the Master Ball that I'm gonna use on Rayquaza, right? The Yoxus, actually, not Rayquaza. I was horribly wrong about that one. Now we can take to the sky. Once again, press the buttons in the wrong order. Dang it, I need to tweet out the damn videos of Daredevil Born Again. Otherwise, those videos are not gonna get any views, unlike normal when they don't get any views. Dang it. I don't know why my videos don't get any views. I guess it's because of the fact, why would you watch my stupid ass talk about these, these things, where you could just watch, like, Angry Joe or so talk about it. But, I mean, the Daredevil Born Again, I understand, because it's basically just a compilation of everything I've done. Of the episode talks, anyway, that I've done. We're back to Pacific Locktown. It's been so long. Now then. We must head forth. Dang it. Must dodge everyone. At least we'll try. Dang it. Stay high. Maybe that'll be enough. I think it's in here. Alright. We just need to land, and he does not need to talk to us. Done. Alright. I'll be right back. And we have returned. With the new squad. Well, the squad that I was always going to use. Man, I love Pokemon hacking for fun and not for any serious stuff. Anyway. So you've come. As you can see, I have undone the seal on the entrance to the Sky Pillar. Follow the path within and you will reach the pillar in time. However, to go beyond this point, there is one trial you must overcome, oh god. And so begins the legend of the trials that I have to do. This is my duty as one of the Sutapolitans. I don't know. A duty passed out to me by my former master, Juan, whom you battled during your battle for the Rain Badge. You must battle me here and now. Prove to me that your power is great enough to face what lies ahead. Now tell me, are you prepared? I am, yes. Now let us begin. You, who would exhibit the most grateful art in battle with your Pokemon, I would have you show me your true strength. Alright, here we go. The fuck? Wait, no, this is the wrong page. I didn't need this page. Dang it, where's the page for the ORAS shit? Here we go. Here it is. Ferrothorn, stand by for battle! And I can't be a true dickhead with Ferrothorn, sadly enough, so use the power of Stealth Rock. And unlike Toxic Spikes, you shouldn't do that again, so... Seat Bomb! Oh boy. Thank God I have a tank up front. Seat Bomb! Hwaya! Goodbye, Wailord. Fantastic job, Ferrothorn, my boy. Milotic! Oh, bringing out the big guns immediately. This is technically the last Pokemon he sends out. Return, Ferrothorn, you were wonderful. Sceptile, stand by for battle! And then obviously, as it has been foretold in the ancient days, Beyond evolution, Mega Evolve! Voya! Mega Sapphire! Once again in the battlefield. Leaf Blade. I actually got this Sapphire from Steven Stone after not being able to pick it because I had to save Professor Birch. Goodbye, Milotic. Ludicolo, the reason that you're here, my boy. Return, girl. Return Sapphire, you were perfect. Noivern, stand by for battle. Use the power of air, slash. Gyarados. Now comes the question, who do I use? I will use you. Return, Noivern, you were great. Venusaur, stand by for battle. Weird how they never made a Mega Milotic. Would have worked better. Alright, Venusaur, use the power of Frenzy Plant. Just to make sure you die in one shot. Wonderful job, Venusaur. Ah, Whiscash. Return, Venusaur. Meganium, stand by for battle. Let's get in there, Meganium. Everyone hates you, but I've always loved you. But mainly I love Bayleaf, but still. Shh. I still like you too, Meganium. Energy Ball! Wallace stands no chance against my full power, my true strength, as he said. I am too strong for him. Meganium, return. And then finally, Electivire, stand by for battle! The power of an Electivire. The true power of Electivire. Electivire, use your Thunder Fist! Fuyapa! You might have good special defense, but you still die all the same. And so, once again, Wallace has fallen before me. To defeat me, a descendant of the ancient Sutopolis people. And even when I was holding nothing back. Well, this is the second time I beat you. As I've come to expect from you. You are an excellent Pokemon trainer. The Pokemon that you send out in battle. At times, dancing as lightly as an elusive spring breeze. Yet striking with the sudden surety of lightning from the blue. Watching you command the battle with such ease and grace. Even I might succumb to your charm. Now go forth. Find the truth that you seek. And one of the ancient people of Sutopolis, I cannot intrude upon this holy place. I will return to Sutopolis for now and try to lay plans in case the worst should come to pass despite all your efforts. Wow, you don't have full faith, it seems. I'm sorry that we always seem to be leaving the fate of the world in your hands. Wow, someone finally noticed that the fate of the world is most of the time in my hands. Team Plasma. No, Team Galactic. But also kind of Team Plasma. They wanted to freeze the world. But yeah, Team Galactic, Team Aqua, Team Flare. Come on, dude. Yet, there it lies once again. Good luck to you, young lad. Because I'm not a champion yet. Alright, this team will carry me forward. But I will do a little team switch later on. And that will be the finale one, by the way, to anyone wondering. Yes, that is going to be the last team switch. The 6 remaining Pokemon who have yet to make an appearance in Pokemon... Well, in this series, outside of Latios, who has been making appearances throughout. Because of the flying. I am now, like, teleported back to the Pokemon Evolution episode. Where May comes in flying on her, like, Mega Latios. And then just sends out Aggron and Altaria and Mega Swampert. I love the music in this place, I will say that right now. So you came for me, thanks for that. It's really good, Shadow, I really feel it right here. Since you've been a good boy, I think I'll give you something I've been keeping. Lore. Look, The paintings that cover the walls of this tower. See, these are the history of humanity, of Pokemon, and of nature itself. They're the tales that have been passed down by my ancestors, the Draconids, for thousands of years. And now I'll pass that history and lore on to you. Oh god, lore dump. Wow, this whole thing is very long on Cerebi. Thousands of years ago, in the primal age long lost, the world was overflowing with natural energy. Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre fought over that energy in endless, furious clashes. In the face of Primal Groudon and Kyogre's great power, people could do nothing. The only choice was to watch as a disaster upon disaster swept over them. It was in such a time that the great many meteorites poured from the darkness of space, from a place higher even than the heavens. And the meteorites fell in their multitude upon the waterfall that had long been home to a tribe of Dragon-type Pokemon users. The Meteor Falls. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the first chapter of my tale. I'll tell you the next part of the story on the next one. Look forward to it. If I must, then I must. I don't really need to pick up any items. I got all the items that I can. Here we go, part 2. Okay, here we are. Let me continue. It's finally time for chapter 2. Here we go. At last, right? I know you're thrilled. Yeah, great. I'm thrilled. I hate reading. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Come on, we people don't read. The meteor shone out a rainbow brilliance as if some great life was held within. That was when, as if drawn by the brilliance, a Pokemon that shone in a blazing emerald hue descended from the heavens. That Pokemon was none other than Rayquaza. Rayquaza's power overwhelmed that one of the two primal Pokemon, and peace returned. Rayquaza's power overwhelmed that of the two primal Pokemon, and peace returned to the world. There you go. The Pokemon of Hoenn revered. Wow, okay. I can read. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. The people of Hoenn revered Sir Rayquaza as a true savior. 1,000 years after this time, the meteorites once again fell. A huge meteorite, far greater than any before, struck the planet, boring deep into the ocean and leaving behind a great crater larger than any other. The land born of this event would later be known as Sootopolis. That's it, chapter 2 is over, but we've only just left the starting line. There's a long way yet, don't fall behind now. Ah, dang it, just get done with your stupid storyline. Woman! There we go. Now our tale reaches the best part. Sootopolis was born from the Great Meteorite Strike. The Great Meteorite was the first of many disasters to befall humanity. When it punched into the planet, the land cracked beneath it, and a great welling of natural energy poured from beneath Hoenn. Thirsting for that energy, Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre once again awoke. The people had a wish, a memory from 1,000 years before. They wished that the legendary Pokemon clad in emerald light would appear again. The huge meteorite that lay at the heart of Sootopolis gave off a boundless brilliance. In its brilliance, it resembled a vast and powerful keystone. And once again, Rayquaza descended from whence it came from in the heavens. The people fell to their knees before Rayquaza and made the wish for salvation. As they did, a great change came over the legendary Pokemon. It was enveloped in blinding light. As the light receded, they beheld a Rayquaza beyond all knowledge. A sublime figure in descent with overwhelming life force. Done with part 3. I think 2 more parts, if I remember correctly. It was humanity's wish that brought about Rayquaza's transformation, the face of the Rainbow Stone. Yes, a wish, an intangible thing, invisible to the eye. Yet this wish bound people and Pokemon together, enabling the legendary Pokemon to change its appearance. Doesn't it remind you of something? That's right, it sounds like Mega Evolution, doesn't it? Alright, another storyline. bayonet. And how did that story end? After being transformed by the wish of the people of... did Rayquaza save them from disaster? Rayquaza once again confronted Primo Groudon and Primo Kyogre. The golden filaments that sprang from its body covered the sky. An emerald brilliance illuminated the area. A terrible wind rose. The wind and emerald light visibly shaped the power from Primo Groudon and Primo Kyogre. Drained of their primal powers, the two vanished into the depths of the land and sea. Rayquaza watched them go, regaining its usual appearance, then soared back up into the heavens where it dwelt. A witness to this series of events, a tall visitor from Kalos said, "It is the Delta, born of the great disturbance in this world. By the bounds born of mankind's wish and the power of the stones, it will calm the troubles that plague the world." That was when the Draconids constructed their great tower to hold the Rainbow Stone that had granted Rayquaza its power. And to try to get a little bit closer to Rayquaza in the heavens above. To record the history of their trials and the great feats of mighty Rayquaza for all to know, they left behind the mural you see here. Oh, that might be the end of the story. A giant tower and paintings of the past. You know, it feels like it's some... I've seen something like this, like that recently. But now, I suppose it's time for the last chapter in our tale. So we're not done yet. Do I have to climb up again? Oh wait, no, it seems like I can. Okay, good. Before I reach the actual top, I want to be... This is the actual top. At last, we reach the final chapter. So I was correct in my 5 chapters. 1,000 years of peace followed after that disastrous time. But the Draconid people learning from their long history, cyclical nature, foretold that the meteoroids would fall again on this land. The meteorites to come, they prophesied, would be far greater than those that had come before. This meteorite would be great enough to break the world forever. In order to prevent this great calamity, those who held the knowledge of the past arrived at a plan. Their plan was to invoke Rayquaza, the great savior, and summon it to this land before the meteorite could strike. And that's it. That's the end of our tale of the Draconid's tale. I spent a long time thinking about how I could protect the happiness as many people as possible. What I must do as one who holds both the knowledge and the power, one who bears the heavy wishes of those who could not live up to that fate. Well, I had to be really creative, you know? Alright, cool. However, before we take this final climb, I shall be right back. And so, the final team has been decided, as you can see right here. However, I think I'm actually gonna put my beautiful Gliscor up in the front of the party. And now we must head forth. I think I actually have to catch Rayquaza first and then I battle her. So, here we are, boys. Here we are. The finale. Where it all ends. I got about half an hour, so let's see if I can do it. Maybe I can edit some of this already and be done with it. See that, Aster? You always wanted to watch them, right? The Litleonids. Litleonids. A million glittering stars falling from the sky. The show is about to start. Aren't we happy now? Yes, we could be even better, dear Aster. I have arrived, woman, at the Triangle of Delta. Welcome to the Dragon Hark Altar. Shadow, you know what I'm trying to do here by now, don't you? No. That's right, I will summon Rayquaza to this world to destroy the meteorite. Headed for Hoenn, or meteorite, I guess. Headed for Hoenn. That is my duty, it is our duty. She said duty. Ever since I was a little girl, I have always turned my eyes up to the sky. When I was so full of uncertainty that I felt my heart might be crushed by it. When I was so grief-stricken and alone, I thought my heart might break of it. I turned and looked up there so that my tears would never, ever fall. What about you? Have you ever had to do something like that? Yeah, probably. Right. I used to watch the stars like this all the time. Together with Esther. I should have said no. We were always together in good times and in bad. I loved her. I loved her with everything I had. And so I accidentally hit the bottom of the mic. But I still lost her. What? I want to see her. I want to be with her again. My sweet Esther. What's that Wishmer then? Even Wishmer's fucking confused. Huh? I will, won't I? With this. Just a little longer. I want to see Esther again. Well, look next to you, you stupid bitch. What's wrong with you?